juice. All right, let's move on. Let me get this phone number out of here, man. And get to this next topic, man. JJ Redick. It looked like he go get that Lakers job. And Baron Davis was on Carmelo Anthony's podcast, and they spoke about it. And they said they was very respectful of JJ Redick. And they pretty much, in a nutshell, said that, man, it's time for some new meat. Pause. It's time for some new blood, on the bench. And they welcomed JJ to getting this job, even though he didn't go through the ringer and sit on the bench as an assistant or do all these things, man. So they was like, man, we support JJ in that. But Baron Davis said something very interesting that I wanted to kind of touch on, and I'm coming at it from a different angle than what he's coming at it. I think he's coming at it more with just, I want to pick this bone with him. But I'm coming from it with, okay, you can pick that bone, but I think the bone you're picking with him is reason for him not to be considered, man. Like I'll tell you why after I play this.
I think JJ, I fuck with it because I think JJ has an opportunity. It's just about what opportunity that he has. Because we need new culture. We need new energy in those seats today.
But you were saying the only problem you had was what?
I just got a bone to pick with JJ. He said something. I think historically, he's been taking shots historically. And so it's like.
At you?
No, just at the history of the game.
Like
the Jerry West comment, he played with plumbers and shit like that.
That was crazy.
That was wild, bro.
That was crazy.
That's my only problem. You know what I mean? It's like, you gotta definitely respect
OGs.
Yeah, because all right, think about that. Think about it.
What was the thing he was talking about?
Jerry West, bro.
Jerry West played with plumbers and shit like that. It was like
he was saying like that era was like plumbers and people who had jobs and shit. I'm like, all right, cool.
He's playing against the milkman.
Niggas had jobs though, BD.
Okay, now
it was hard times though.
Now
the economy was different.
Yeah. Then you go and you say, man, you know how hard it take. I have to do this much work, shoot these many shots.
That's a fact.
Get in the gym, this, da-da-da-da-da-da. And tell him about his routine to be JJ Redick.
Yes.
That makes sense?
No.
So the way I'm liking it, if JJ Redick had to be a plumber, you know what I mean, or had a job, like you got all this free time to not be a plumber, not be a carpenter, and you JJ Redick. You ain't Jerry West.
Right.
You should have been Jerry West.
Heard you. Plus all the
so you can't diss Jerry West or anybody in that era and say they were carpenters, because what if you had a job, motherfucker, you wouldn't even be in the league. You know what I mean? Because you got to work that hard
to be you.
To be you. Yeah. To be you, which is saying like that's hella respectful, but you got to respect them dudes in that era because they put that work in. You know what I mean? So you said, yeah.
They put in pain literally.
So there's some JJ Redicks in that era that was plumbers. You know what I mean? And like, you talking about yourself.
Right. If they didn't have to be plumbers, man.
Hey, bro, I mean, I can just throw out some names. And you start laughing. You know what I mean?
Who's the old school dude that who was a plumber? Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? There's a lot of plumbers. You know what I mean? You need plumbers, though.
So, this is what I want to point out. Number one, JJ Redick is a very disrespectful dude. And one thing you don't want to disrespect is the people that came before you and paved the way for you in whatever your career field or whatever, whatever we're talking about. The people who was before you and who built everything for you to succeed, the shoulders that you're standing on, those are the last people you want to disrespect, right? So even if one of those people came with a little disrespect to me, an honorable person wouldn't give it back to an elder, especially an elder who's in your fraternity that came before you and paved the way for you. You don't disrespect those people, right? JJ Redick is one of those people who feel like he can just say whatever he want to say. He disrespected Larry Bird. I did a video on that. Michael Cooper from the Lakers came back and he said, I hate Larry Bird, but for you to disrespect a great like that, he had to, and he gave JJ Redick one of the best rants I ever heard. I mean, he completely undressed him like a stripper, right? So Michael Cooper got on him. Dominique Wilkins got on him for what he said about Larry Bird. He said something about Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy had to get on him. I want to say Rick Barry got on him. And then, of course, he said something about Jerry West. Jerry West was asked about it on Paul George podcast. He mentioned it. I'm like, dude, why are you disrespecting all these dudes to try to prop up this era, right? And I guess at some point, some of these dudes feel like they got tired of people that played in rougher eras calling this era soft. So they started to push back and say, if you go call us soft, we're going to start clowning your era and disrespecting you, which I think is just crazy to do, right? The second part of that, though, is for him to make the comment that it was Plumbers that they was playing against back then. So how good were they? You know, like if we talk about how great Jerry West is, who's the logo of the NBA basketball, and he was a great player and a great shooter. He could play, got to the finals a lot of times, even though he was losing to them great Celtics teams sometimes. But he was a great player, great shooter as well, smart, had size on. I think he's like 6'5". I like Jerry West. It's footage of him out there. So for you to say maybe he wasn't that good because he was playing against Plumbers, and for the Carmelo Anthony and Baron Davis to point out, well, if you're making $20 million a year and you don't have to have a second job in the summer and you don't have to be a plumber, and all you do is work out and shoot 500 jump shots a day in the off season and work and do all this other stuff, and we got all this science and all of this crazy stuff that's supposed to go in your favor, how come with all of that you didn't turn into a Jerry West like player, but Jerry West, with having to work in the off season and having a rougher lifestyle, playing in a rougher era, he was able to turn into Jerry West, the logo, someone who led teams to the finals, someone who is a top 50 player of all time, someone well respected in this league. How did he turn into that? And with everything that you had working for you, you only turned into JJ Redick, a journeyman who wasn't even authorized to take more than 2 dribbles on the floor, who was only a catch and shoot coming off a screen type player, who couldn't guard a nosebleed or stop a nosebleed, couldn't guard a parked car. Only the best thing going for him is the part in his hair and the mousse that he wear. How did you turn into that player with all of that, but Jerry West turned into Jerry West, right? So for you to criticize that era and criticize Jerry West is crazy to me. So my whole point on this is I don't remember any head coach that was in a league that didn't pay homage to the eras before them and pay homage to the players before them. I don't think I've met the head coach that would dog and talk trash about the greats like Larry Bird and Jerry West and the eras that they played in. I don't think I've met that coach. I haven't seen Phil Jackson come out and talk about the era that was before Michael Jordan. I haven't seen Steve Kerr do it. I haven't seen Greg Popovich do it. I haven't seen Pat Riley do it. I haven't seen any coach worth I haven't seen any coach worth anything that's talking like JJ Redick about the eras that came before them. I haven't seen it. And for that reason, I don't think JJ Redick is worthy of even if this is a true fraternity, if the NBA is a real fraternity, I don't think anyone should be advocating for JJ Redick to get a job, honestly. Just based on that, not based on if we think that he can coach, just based on how he talked about the guys that we're standing on the shoulders of. I don't think he's worthy of getting a head coaching job. If we're going to go and tell players like Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving that we got to chastise you for thinking the earth is flat and thinking we didn't land on the moon, in the fraternity of basketball, in the fraternity of the NBA, what is it when a player comes out and fix his mouth to say Larry Bird wasn't as great as we think he is, and he wasn't a great shooter, and because his percentage wasn't high, and Jerry West and Bob Cousy played against Plumbers, so they're not that good. And this era was trash, and they couldn't dribble with their left hand. Like, this is the stuff that he was really saying. They can't dribble with their left hand and all this crazy stuff. Just trash the era. How does the fraternity allow this man to get a head coaching job for the Lakers, a historic franchise, one of the most historic franchises with the most rings right now in the history of the NBA, who Jerry West played for, coached for, and worked in the front office for, who still got ties? If Jerry West wanted a job right now, he can go to the Lakers. So for you to say that about Jerry West, a real Laker, and get a job, I think it's crazy. And that's my whole spill on that. I'm going to open the phone lines up for 3 calls. I want y'all thoughts on and y'all comments on that, man. Let me look at these comments that y'all typing up while I wait for this phone to ring. Yeah, this is unbelievable. I just can't believe the Lakers is even considering this, and for them to consider it, man, it's got to be getting heavy push and heavy support from LeBron, in my opinion. Because I don't think he would seriously be in competition for a job. Greg Anderson, what's up, man? What's your thoughts?
Hey man, what's going on, Mel? You've been cooking all week, man. You've been. I'm loving the fact that you've been doing these recaps, after the game. But I love the fact that you had the foresight not to do a recap after today's game, because you already know what it was.
Yeah, y'all would have been bored watching that game for sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so my thoughts on JJ. You know what? As much as I don't like JJ, as much as I don't like him being disrespectful of the people that have paved the way to make the NBA what it is, I think it's just perfect and it's fitting that he's gonna be LeBron coach. I think this is gonna be a nightmare of a season. I want him to get the job. I want him to look. After that podcast that they did when they were talking about analytics and shooting threes in the first 7 seconds, and it was like, that's a good shot or whatever. That's a great shot. And, it's the same field goal efficiency as late in the clock. I can't wait for somebody to be coming down the court and just be checking up threes in the first 5 to 6 seconds. LeBron getting pissed off. Coach said it was a good shot. This. It's gonna be a disaster.
You can't wait for them to call a timeout, and instead of grabbing his clipboard, he grab a calculator to figure out what analytically what we need to do analytically. Let me get a calculator.
Right. And for the next 5 minutes, we're gonna shoot 3 threes. I just can't wait. I want Bronny to get drafted by the Lakers. I want JJ Redick to be the coach. I'm just waiting for the shit show. So, have at it. And this is going to be, you know what? It's 2 players. It's LeBron and it's JJ. And both of them, to me, disrespect the previous generation. They're
Draymond as well.
Yeah. They're historians of the game. But they use that knowledge for evil. It's like they try to manipulate what really happened. They try to push a narrative. And I just can't wait for all of them to get together. And I just can't wait for the shit show. So I'm going to jump off the line. But go JJ. Please hire him tomorrow. I can't wait to see this shit. This is going to be the best thing in sports. It's going to be better than the season.
We might need a Lakers podcast. But this will be the first Lakers podcast that's anti-Laker. Like, it'd be a lot of pro-Laker channels. Man, the anti-Laker channel might be the lick, man. You want to be a co-host on that? The anti-Laker channel?
I'm down, because I'm just waiting to see this. It's gonna be so entertaining. It's like, dude, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. I'm talking about Bronny being on the Lakers, JJ being on AD. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back to a Kyrie comment. Hey, Kyrie was the smart one, bro. He picked something way back then. He said, I got to get the hell away from LeBron because look, he hit the game-winning shot and didn't get the credit. Okay, but when he left, he got the blame.
Facts.
Right? So people been getting blamed when LeBron don't win all the way back then. And he was a smart one. He said, I got to get the hell away from this environment. And he kind of let it slip out in that interview with Matt Kellerman. He was like, it's an environment that's not surrounded by truth.
Yeah. But you know another thing he was smart about?
What's that?
So knowing that the NBA has a love interest with Luka and have a invested interest in him succeeding, that's the only way that Kyrie was going to be shielded and protected. Because when he was with Kevin Durant is the opposite of Luka. Kevin Durant does not have the protection. So it was easy for the NBA to say, yeah, we're going to call the game a certain way. Brooklyn ain't advancing out of this first round. Boston go sweep them. You get what I'm saying? It was easy to do that. But when he goes and plays under Luka, notice all of a sudden people can't foul him like they fouled him when he was with KD.
That's the truth. That's the truth. He used that. He used all of them stereotypes to. He kind of slid under the radar too.
He went to Egypt.
Think about it.
He went to Egypt.
Yeah, he went to Egypt. And I'm a preacher's kid. You probably can't tell, but I'm a preacher's kid, so that Joseph analogy was just like on point. And bro, that picture, man, that picture is so dope, bro. Because like I'm a man that have in my lifetime I've stood on principle, and it'd be 3-4 years later when they come back around, they be like, Greg was the smart one.
Exactly.
Greg was the one that stood on principle. So I understand that. So that's why I've never talked crazy about Kyrie in the first place. Because if you're gonna stand on business, you're not gonna win all the time.
Exactly.
But you can wake up with your nuts in your hand.
Exactly.
Absolutely. All right, I'm out of here, man. But hey, go JJ, man. Fuck what you talking about, man. This is gonna be a train wreck. This is gonna be a train wreck, and I'm here for it.
All right, man. Hey, what we gonna name the podcast? Hey, we'll name it Lakers Daily. Everybody go think that we talking good about them, man. But we gonna celebrate the losses.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a train wreck. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a train wreck, man. Oh my God! All right, man. Let me get off the phone.
All right, big dog. Yep. All right, let's get 2 more calls in here, man. That was a good call, man. That's my dog Greg, man. Get 2 more calls in here, man, on the JJ Redick or any other topic before the JJ Redick topic, man. But this was we're gonna end it because we got one more topic after this, so we go get up out of here real quick, man. Unless y'all want to stay, man, we might do something after. We'll see. Let's get 2 more phone calls in here. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. Everybody's in there. Hit the like button. As a matter of fact, let's do an experiment right now. Everybody right now that can see and hear me, like right now, hit the like button. I give you 5 seconds to hit the like button. And then after you hit the like button, I want you to think about one friend. As a matter of fact, no, think about 2 friends that you know that like NBA content, and hit the share button and DM this to those 2 friends. And let's see if we can get the numbers to go up. And if that happens, I might do some extra time. All right, caller from Illinois, what's up?
What's good, man? I just called earlier.
Okay, what's your thoughts?
They be high. I don't know what he talking about. Playing plumbers, really? That whole era would bust his ass easily. He can't play no D. And he literally was a pin down catch and shoot shooter in Duke. That was his whole game.
That's about it.
That's it.
Now he did it at a high level at Duke. I got to give it to him. He was that dude at Duke. Yeah, he was that dude at Duke.
If he got such a high IQ, why didn't that translate into the league?
Well, he ain't got the game for it.
Exactly. He ain't got the athletic ability for it.
No.
That's why he a catch and shoot. Let me stand in the corner.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, he still might be a good coach. My only argument is that
I ain't taking that from him at all.
Yeah, he might be a decent coach. My only argument, because we seen Jeff Hornacek do a decent job in Phoenix, and Steve Kerr is doing a good job in Golden State, so he could be a good coach.
Yep.
My only argument
was a similar player in college as well.
Right, and my only argument is that I don't think he deserves it. If you look at the NBA as a fraternity, I just personally would not hire someone that don't respect our history. I wouldn't hire someone that don't. Look, I did military. The first thing they teach us when we get to boot camp is part of it is the history. We got to know that. We got to know that.
Understand that, yeah.
But they got you get what I'm saying. So
you get your pride into
exactly, man. You can't go around disrespecting the history, man. That's ridiculous.
Nope. And if he was anywhere near Jerry West caliber player, he would understand that clearly.
Yeah,
but he ain't even. Like you said, he's talented enough. No,
I would.
He might have a mindset.
I would make him do his rounds on several podcasts.
He needs to start at the college level. I'll give him a college job.
No. If the Lakers want to hire him, the Lakers would say, "Hey, look, we're going to hire you, but we need you to go. We need you to make it right with Jerry West. You need to go back on First Take and take back every BS statement you said about his era, him as a player, Bob Cousy, Larry Bird. Take all that bull crap back and show our fans that you respect the history and you respect the guys that came before you, and then we'll hire you. Other than that, you're not getting the job."
True.
That's what I'm saying.
And then, it's funny because he kind of played in that era where they were still hand checking. I think that was like he came in right a little bit before Kobe was getting ready to go out.
Mm.
Like he played at least 7 years in that, like the end of Kobe shit. What? JJ what? 2004, 05, something like that.
I don't know when he came in, but I know when he came in, he couldn't get off the bench. And I remember when Dwight Howard led Orlando to the championship against Kobe. I remember I remember he tried to guard Kobe.
Over him.
Yeah. It might have been Michael Petrie.
Michael Petrie.
Yeah, Michael Petrie started. It was Jameer Nelson or maybe Rayford Alston, Michael Petrie, Hedo Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis.
Yep.
That was the first team that kind of played small ball because Rashard was playing the power forward, and then Dwight.
That's the same year the other kid came out that played for. They lost in the tournament, and he started crying. And Gonzaga, he played for Gonzaga.
Oh, Adam Morrison.
Yeah. Adam Morrison. They came out the same year.
Yeah, for sure. But all right, man. I appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you for having me.
All right, thanks. All right, let's go to the last topic. Excuse me. Take the phone. Man, I thought I took take the phone call off. The phone number off. All right.